For the first time, these 20 chosen students have left their Seaside campus to be brought to a special screening room where they will face judgment. Who among these 20 talented and hopeful Nigerians will go on to star in the TV drama series that will follow The Academy? The Academy, brought to you by Nescafe. On the last episode of The Academy, the students divided into 4 teams of 4 students each. They produced 4 3-minute films based on their adaptation of a poem by Dylan Thomas. Applying the principles of cooperation and fair play, they shared resources and each team completed the challenge. Arriving back at the Academy, they were treated to a discussion on performance with songstress Yinka Davis.
Let's go! Yes! No! No!
The following morning, the students were summoned to stand in judgment of 2 fellow students who it seemed had violated rules of the Academy.
I actually passed a milk to Damilola and a note because we had a quarrel yesterday.
At the end of the day, the student body, hearing the opinions of everyone and applying the principles of democracy, recommended forgiveness and leniency. The Academy, however, fined each member of the 2 students' teams 50 points.
Whatever you're doing, remember that it's going to affect somebody else.
How long must we continue to fight, brother against brother? Our religion and tribe may be different, but the essence of our culture remains the same. Maiming, looting, and killing one another can never be the way out. Our nation is black and backward, they say. Is it not the same we who have robbed us of our useful prosperity? Wealth depleted by men of corrupt intentions, living for our generation yet unborn, a desolate inheritance. Let us not fall asleep while our heritage dies. You, who are supposed to be the custodian of our history, became the enemy of our democracy. The same hands that laid the building block have turned around to tear it apart. Is the light supposed to shine brighter at the close of the day? Arise. Arise! O compatriots, Nigeria's call obey. The labor of our heroes past shall never be in vain. Arise, and let's make Nigeria great!
Wonderful, well done. Let me say that because it was a bit difficult because it was in fact mime, but still all of you had roles. Eunice, I think you had the only speaking role on camera, But I'm interested in the others. If you could describe what your role was. What was your, Damilala, what was you, who did you play?
A Western person, but I'm a Nigerian also. But a Western kind of person, Western life got into me, and just there to play that role. I want to go and grab money there. That flag is just like our national cake.
So were you playing somebody or some people? Or?
Somebody, but some people.
Mm-hmm. Some people. You understood your part as opposed to other parts. Come on.
I was supposed to be somebody from the north.
Somebody from the north?
Yes.
Uh-huh. Okay.
And you, Chris?
I played the part of the Igbo man, from the east.
Damilala, you were very exaggerated as a woman. In a way, to me, it was the stereotypical woman, hands on hips. Do you have that stance? Because I see you standing like this, but yet when you were acting as a woman, you had this stereotypical kind of movement as well of this is how woman is.
Really, that was the idea, because I'm supposed to be a Yoruba woman, but kind of Western, and I was supposed to be, yelling at him like, why are you going for that? Like, why are you doing that?
Okay, so that was it. The main issue which they picked up for me was the mime, and it's because mime looks very easy, but it's so hard to execute, which is why the people who do it, they're specialists in it. So the message of it was lost on me in a way, because I was waiting to hear from you. I thought it was a big step to take so early on in your study here at the Academy, because her movement was very exaggerated. You were sort of in the background. I couldn't really even see your face. And then when she came in as well, the body language wasn't really there. I didn't feel that maybe you'd rehearsed it enough together as a team so we could get the fluidity from your movements, which is what mime's about.
Do not go blindly into that future. Our future should be better and brighter at the close of day. The wise men at their end know that dark is right, because their word brought no light. Good old days, all gone. Wish he was here to brighten our future. Wild men who did unprintable things learn too late and grieve their actions. Elderly men near death, eyes going dim, blind eyes can see like day. Grieve their actions. Blind eyes could see like day. Strive against the death of our nation.
And oh, you great people of Nigeria, unite for a better tomorrow. Do not go blindly into the future. Arise against the death of our nation for a new Nigeria.
Gbenga, you have a really nice, deep voice. And I have to say this because it was just not there. We did mime again.
Yes.
And you had this amazing resource there of this. Speak. Just say anything.
Something.
It's like...
Yes,
Yeah.
actually we really had a different, we wanted to use him, but we decided to use her because she was kind of a small nature and we wanted to use him for what he did.
What did you do? I didn't see that.
He was not supposed to be seen as the context of the whole story because he represents the value, the good values
Where was he? I didn't see him at all.
He was at the background. He was the first person she went to visit. That's Nigeria.
All right, we didn't see.
You directed?
I did.
Okay.
Okay.
Did you tell the camera to use the close-ups when they used the close-ups?
Yes, I did. I did.
Amaka, who were you playing?
I was supposed to be the conscience, Nigeria.
The conscience.
Conscience.
And that's who you understood yourself as?
Yeah. I was motherland, Nigeria. I was going from the good old days when we had values, we had good values, we had unity, peace, love, and then I saw the future. Like, he looked good, he had money, love, luxury, and I left the good old days and I saw him from afar and I was going down to him, forgetting everything, and my conscience was speaking to me.
Okay.
Yeah, so I saw him. I didn't see the back where he had 419. So he turned around and I saw everything, and it was like, I was shocked.
Your statement has been noted. Now, the South, it is your time. State your case and be brief as possible.
We, the South, we have come to talk about resource control. We have decided it must be 50%, not 1% less. You know?
Sorry, we the Northern delegates have collectively decided on 17%, period.
What is this one thing? 17 what?
17%.
People that will drink. No. What do you mean reasonable? Who are you to tell me what?
In fact, if you people are not careful and considerate, we will revert back to the 13% we initially proposed.
Eh? How dare you?
Who's been lying? Kick him already! You woman, slap me!
It is not go blindly into the future. It should get better and brighter at the close of day. Rise. Rise against the death of our nation. Though wise men at their twilight know dark is right, because their words aroused no change, they don't go gentle into that good night. Good men, sauntered by, crying how bright their lofty ideas not came to bright. Arise, rise against the death of our nation. Wild men who have deprived this nation of its glory, grieve too late, wishing they could tell the story. Arise, rise against the death of our nation. Grave men, near death, who see with blinding sight, blind eyes, piercingly alive and bright. Arise, arise with the death of our nation. And to you, the generation approaching life's end, curse, bless me now with your tears of passion. Do not go gentle into that good night. Rise, rise against the death of our nation.
So as the publicist, it's interesting that I'm starting, because when I watched it, I thought, is this a commercial or a dramatic piece? Because it would play very well as a public service announcement. It really, really would. But the drama was there to some extent. But again, this exaggeration and the whole point of acting, and what we're trying to do here is that you can be natural. That's why we said, let's go through this process. Because our whole work and our whole endeavor here is to make people know that change, positive change, is natural and can come so easily. Little, even silences or just minimizing things and staying natural can do so much, because the person watching connects with you, because you're just like the girl next door, you're like the boy next door, and wow, you're going through this, I hear you. But when you have the big arms and the big eyes and everything, you leave me there.
But I think that you should all take the point very, very seriously, that you cannot afford to do what you've just done. I mean, that's all the groups that we've seen. And I hope that you saw it yourself, that you look almost comical and foolish when you're busy doing this. A little bit is enough. Just a little bit is enough. And it should be a choice made by the performer and not dictated by anything else. We're going to talk more about it, so I'm not going to really penalize you on that. It's not just this group, it's every single group. I mean, and even when we talked about deciphering a script, we talked about the ways in which we can use volume, in which we can use pace, in which we can make choices to make something sound more colorful, which is what Nike was talking about. And almost without exception, none of you did. Everybody that was the presenter character failed, quote unquote, to make sense of the piece.
Punctuation marks, I'm a stickler for punctuation, is so important. Punctuation marks were invented for people who would deliver prose. So don't ignore the comma or the full stop or the semicolon or when you're interpreting somebody else's piece, because those are your gaps as actors, and each word is so important. So when you go shrill or when you go off the camera, it can make so much difference to the part. And that's why I found that when it came to the action words, it was lost, because the big acting came in, because you felt that the gesture would do enough. And television is a medium that if you don't have the three senses, or if you're in another room and just one word, they should be drawn into the drama of what you're doing. And then you engage them and you hold them trapped for that period of time. You don't let go of them.
My
think it's because of this business of we've been given instructions to read the poem. So you didn't creatively think of ways of using the poem. I mean, we talked about repetition. Perhaps you only needed one word. Some songs have been made out of just one word.
You took the easy way out. And that's the problem with having a prop. You had the guitar and that was it. So you were a soundtrack. Okay, so in that way, I thought you let them down because when the camera was on you, it was just on the guitar.
And soon it was over. Despite moments of genuine creativity, the students had not done well. Too much exaggeration, the judges said. You need work. You didn't use your voice. Your voice was shrill, monotonous, one of the judges said. It has been more than a day of judgment. It has indeed been another day of learning and perhaps even growth at the Academy. On the next episode of the Academy, the students spend a long day learning more of the secrets of the best actors and actresses in the world. They will literally learn to walk all over again as they practice the art of leaving themselves behind in order to become somebody else.
Good, good, good.
What is the difference between comedy and melodrama? And how do all of these techniques apply to each?
And most of the soap operas that we watch, and a lot of what we call movies.
Watch as our 20 students learn and practice new techniques and sharpen their skills in their drive to be among the final four who will one day star in a new Nigerian television drama on the Academy. Brought to you by Nescafe.